What's up, everyone? How you doing? It's John, and in this video I'll be reviewing the new quarter scale vending machines. To my left, to your right is Pepsi. To my right, to your left is 7up. These are part of the quarter arcade line of items by NEStalgiaholic. I've been collecting these items for quite some time. They've mainly been focusing on our classic quarter scale arcade machines. Most recently they came out with Space Invaders, and they reproduced the 3D effect on Space Invaders. Awesome. They also came out with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well as Turtles in Time, all done in quarter scale, very highly detailed. And the same thing's true with these items here. Both will light up. There's a switch on the back. Let me turn them on for you. You can see they do light up, which is awesome, and they are fully functional. Now, when I say functional, I don't mean that they have like soda in them necessarily, but if you push the button here, for example, you can load them in, and they have like 8 mini soda cans that are also quarter scale. In this case, it's 7up. And then Pepsi obviously has Pepsi. Super easy to load in. One thing I did notice about both these though is they're actually fairly lightweight. They look like a lot heavier than they actually are. They're kind of hollow. The door does not open up, even though it looks like it would, it doesn't open up. And the purpose for these are that they are USB ports. So if you have quarter scale arcade lineup, you can look on the back here. Let me spin this around. And this thing does open up. You can see here, it has, let's see how many USB. It has 5 USB ports, and you plug it in, and you can, it doesn't come with the cables, of course. The arcades would have the cables, and when you're displaying your quarter scale mini arcade, you can use those cables through this, which is awesome. They recently had a Playbus arcade that's not functional, but was more of a USB charger as well. So this is kind of something unique, but very cool. Between the two, and when they light up, I think it looks really cool. Like, check it out, when Pepsi lights up. How cool is that? It's kind of hard to see with the camera's really not picking it up as well as it should be, but it definitely looks really neat. And let me light up 7up. So when you're having the display, I think it looks super detailed, very cool. There is no other options for soda, unfortunately. So they don't have like Diet Pepsi. There's no like Sierra Mist. I guess it would be like Slice then back in the day, because it's supposed to be like the 80s and 90s. Some fans have done like custom builds where they've created more, like they've added more details, like an advertisement here. It does light up. If you notice, let me turn it on real quick. Like this also lights up, like the quarter machine lights up, which is awesome. I guess where you would put the dollar bill inserter also lights up. And even when you turn it off, it stays lit up for a while anyway. It eventually does dim. It doesn't need to be power on to be functional. So when I hit it, for example, it does come with, comes out with a Pepsi. It does have the nutritional information on the Pepsi, which is, I don't think in the 90s, 80s, they really had that nutritional information on there. So it's kind of a interesting thing they have there. But one thing I do love about this thing is this is super easy to load. So in addition to the back USBs, this is where you put the cans, and they're also quarter scales, I mentioned before. And you just put them in here, it slides down. It comes with 8 of those. Each of them come with 8. And that's how you load them. And then you can just keep pushing it, and they'll each come out. So very detailed. About a year or two ago, New Wave Toys, which is kind of a competitor, so to speak, they have a 1/6 scale line of arcades. They release their own version of the vending machine, and this is New Coke, but they also did Coca-Cola. What's different about this, it's obviously 1/6 scale. It's not quarter scale. This thing alone is heavier than one of these. It's definitely well built. This actually opens up, and it functions as, I can turn on, you can hear that, I don't know if you hear the fan, but it actually functions as a refrigerator. So you can keep either like a tall Coke bottle, you can take out the middle here and put a Coke bottle in, 1 Coke bottle, or you can put 2 like full-size Coke cans in there, or soda cans, and you can keep it cold. So it is functional. In addition to that, let me turn off the fan, it's kind of annoying. Also similar to these, it does come with 6 mini Coke cans that are also, this case, 1/6 scale. And when you load them, you hit it here. You have to put credit in. I guess you have to put a credit, and you hit it, and it will come out. There, so these are like tiny little Coke cans. In this case, they're like tiny little Coke, New Coke. New Coke was a product that came out in, I believe, early 90s, late 80s. Really failed, terrible marketing campaign by Coke. But to load this one, you have to kind of put in here, and it's not as easy to load or line up. It actually comes with tweezers to line it up. So even though it is functional, let me see if I can do it again. Add a credit. This does need to be turned on to function. The other ones are a little bit more simple. So I think the pros of this one is definitely more detailed in my opinion, because it does work as a mini fridge, so to speak. That's really cool. And it's definitely better built in my opinion. But these two, one to my right and left, these taller one, quarter scale ones, are much easier to load, and I think they actually look a little better lit up. They definitely are bright, and I think they look really neat. So let me know what you guys think of these. Between the three, which one do you prefer? I'm more partial to 7up, to be honest with you. I'm a big more, I prefer, I'm a Coke guy opposed to Pepsi guy, but 7up is definitely really cool in my opinion. But I'm curious what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a comment below. I appreciate you guys subscribing as always. We'll see you soon. Take care and have a great day.